My name is Thomas Christopher.
And I'm Willinzy Jonri.
And we just saw transfers at Lucille Lortel Theater. So, sir, thoughts?
Very good. It's not really a lot of problems to talk about, but there's a lot of positives.
Okay, so first let's talk about the story. So you have two young men from the Bronx, and they have a scholarship opportunity brought on by this recruiter. So this recruiter, DeSantos, comes, brings them up to like Western Massachusetts, an area in Massachusetts, where they have an interview to possibly go to a Ivy League university. So that's the setup. Shades of their own personal conflicts, and the recruiter too has his own stuff going on.
Yep.
And then eventually, when you actually see their interviews, it's them working out their own issues while introducing the two professors that are also like,
which bring shades of like the school system.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So yeah, plot.
That's the plot. Basically, that's the basic story.
Yeah.
The set, I guess, would be next, right?
Yeah.
So the set was pretty simple. There were about 3 or so sets.
3 or 4. Yeah.
Each are cut, each change via act. It's like Act 1's one set, Act 2 second set, Act 3's third set. And they did the job. They were nice looking. They kept the scene. They kept you inside what was going on.
Right.
There's music, but it's not very memorable. But
No.
the play is not about the music at all.
Occasionally, did you ever feel like the acts were kind of long? Like
I feel that's probably one of the biggest, if only negatives, really.
Right.
That the play is pretty long, but that comes down to whether or not how into it you are.
That's true.
Yeah.
So one of our positives is definitely the acting,
Mm-hmm.
and how the characters are written.
Yep. How they feel.
So acting-wise, stand out for you?
Was the actress who played Rosie, which was
Samantha Soul.
Soul. And she had levity to the play, which is pretty like not dark, but it's like emotional. And
Yeah.
It's pretty.
Speaking of emotion,
yeah.
Juan Castano, the actor who plays Christopher, he brings it. Like every scene he's in, where he's like sitting with his emotional, like his toil. Yeah. He hits it, and you feel it. Because, oof. Yeah.
As for, 2 hours? Was it like 2 hours? Yeah, he's basically like that for 2 hours straight.
And then at the end, I think there's sort of like him calming,
but it's still pretty intense.
Yeah.
Emotional.
Anything character-wise stand out to you?
Character-wise, I feel like maybe the characters were all very they're pretty simple characters. Like they all had like simple quirks, but it was that you don't really pay attention to that because the actors are really adding the material.
Yeah, and I feel like one of my favorite scenes is towards the end, where it's finally like the major conflict between
the teachers
and it's them picking students.
And that's where you get to learn about their lives as people.
Exactly. So it's about their lives as people, and they're also their own personal beliefs on how the school system should work, what should be valued over other things. Definitely the acting at the end was great. But for those characters, for the teachers, really being fleshed out as individuals who have their own stance on things, which then influences how they pick who's worthy, I guess, for the spot. Yeah. This has been our review of transfers. I'm Thomas Christopher.
And I'm Willinzy Jonri.
Are you sure, Mom?
No, come on, yeah, no, I know who I am.
Alright, cool. Thanks, guys. Thanks, East Broadway. Till next time.